So now what if you ask to find the angle in terms of depression? Okay, so this question says from the top of a cliff 20-meter high, a boat can be sighted at sea 75 meters from the foot of the cliff. Calculate the angle of depression of the boat from the top of the cliff. Okay, so let's draw a diagram. So we know that there's a cliff. The top of the cliff is 20-meter high. So this is probably the cliff. So the cliff is going to be like this, and it's 20 meters high. Okay. Now let's say a boat is sighted at sea 75 meters from the foot of the cliff. So from the foot of the cliff, if you say 75 meters, let's say 75 meters is like this. This is 75 meters, right? Let me write that so that. Um, okay, 75 meters like this. So this is from the foot of the cliff. Okay, so we have a boat here. Here. So now it is sighted from the top of the cliff because they say from the top of the cliff, 20 meters high, a boat can be sighted. So from the top of the cliff, a boat is sighted. Now the question is calculate the angle of depression of the boat from the top of the cliff. So we know that this is a cliff. This is a cliff, 20 meters high. Now angle of depression is going to be something. The angle is going to be at this point downwards. So this is theta for angle of depression, and we know that it is alternate to the point from the boat in terms of elevation. So we know that it is equal on this side. So if you know this part, I think you've gotten your whole diagram. So we've already gotten a diagram, and we know that we need to find theta, which is going to be in terms of trig ratio. We have adjacent here. Okay, we have opposite here. This is opposite. So opposite of adjacent is actually tan theta, right? Yeah. So we have tan theta, and this time we do not know theta. So we have tan theta equals to 20 over 75. Okay. So 20 divided by 75 is actually 0. I think 0.2667. Okay. My battery is having issues. Okay, but this is tan theta equals to 0.267. Now to find theta, we need the inverse of tan. So inverse of tan, 0.2667. Okay, and let me write this well so that it is clear. Okay. Let me write this well. Maybe another page, or let me just do it here. So theta is equal to the inverse of tan. Okay, 0.2667. All right. So now that we know this, if you click your calculator, check the answer to this, you see that you get 14.9 degrees. So what is the lesson here? The lesson is that all you just need to do is to understand how to draw a diagram. Remember that the angle of depression is also going to is equal to the alternate angle in terms of elevation from the boat, and that will help you find whatever you're looking for. If it's a side, okay. If it's an angle, okay. So I think that is all about this type of question. So from the question, you understand what you're going to solve, and if you know how to solve trig ratios and solve triangles in terms of SOHCAHTOA, I think you'll be able to get your solution. So let's see something different. Now I mentioned that in terms of elevation depression, we have questions that involve just single triangles. The question can involve single triangles. Sometimes it can involve double triangles. But there's a type of single triangle question that could be a little bit concrete or complicated. So you just have to understand. That's why I always say, like, once you understand the question, you'll be able to solve exactly um, as the question is given. So that is what we'll be doing next. We're going to be applying a particular question to see what kind of diagram we get and what kind of solution we're able to come up with. So that will be in the next video. Let's see.